Yeah, please. Kindly give me access to share.
Michael, do you know that you don't need to actually use a different link? You can literally join back on the same link and it will still allow you in.
Uh,
That's by the way, Sha.
Michael, give Henry access to
I think
display.
yeah, he has. He has. Thank you.
I can't see. Am I looking at my screen or what? Oh, okay.
I'm sharing already.
Yeah, we can see. So who was assisting the other time? I
See,
can I
please,
don't-
let's if you have a question or any suggestion, let's kindly raise our hand. Let's not interrupt um, the people assisting us. If you have a suggestion or you have your time to air your opinion or to provide your solution, all right?
Okay,
So
she's not
Okay,
she
so
hasn't
towards the end, I was saying, sorry, it's Chika. So I was saying, so weight, less than or equal to 120,
no
less than
listen,
or equal to 120. I think this was what she said the other time. The only thing she missed out on was weight. So please run this. Let's see.
the semicolon is still there's space between it. Yeah. It's correct.
all right, so that is correct. So I think somebody I don't know, maybe before we proceed or before we have any comments, does are we clear on this, or does is anybody confused about the solution? Okay, so I think Pauline has her hands raised. You can unmute, Pauline. Let's hear you.
Okay, yeah, hi. Okay, yeah, well done, Ganiat. I was going to suggest that an alternative method is to use the between. I think somebody mentioned it initially, because what that does is it just is similar to what is basically exactly the same as far as I'm concerned with what you just did. The only difference is you just have to specify. So it's just between this and that. That's all. You don't need to start checking percentage sign, equal to sign, repeating with on both sides and all
Okay.
that. So it's just a special, it's just like telling SQL. SQL knows what that between keyword is. So that's just for next time. So you just do your between and you're literally, yeah, you use between and your and. Where's the Zoom? Am I off Zoom? Okay.
So I would just say so in that case it would be where weight is
Yes, between.
100 and 120.
Okay, so
Exactly.
Pauline, so where do I put the between?
Yeah, put it right. No, don't remove the first greater than and equal to. Put your between there.
Okay,
Then remove the second with just remove it up to the equal to sign. Leave only 120. Remove the width. Yeah. So run that. Let's see.
so I think we have the same output.
Yes.
Output did
It's
not
so
change.
yeah. So it's the same thing. It literally that's what it does. That's what I was trying to explain. That's an alternative method.
Okay.
Right. So I think somebody actually wanted to point that out, but let's not take learn opportunity from those that want to learn. So I understand that we might have better ways of trying to solve the problem. So let's have them understand what they're trying to do first before we now bring maybe a better method or an easier method so that won't get people confused. So I hope we're good with that. Thank you. All right. Okay, so we're done with this question. Thank you, Ganiat, and then I don't can't remember who. I think is it Chika that assisted. Yeah.
Yes, Peter.
Thank you. All right, so moving to the next question. So okay, I think I can do away with this one. All right. So the next question. Okay. So the next question says, update the patient's table for the allergies column. If the patient's allergies is null, then replace it with NKA. So who can we have a volunteer help us with this? So can we have somebody that's okay? Anybody, or should I? Okay, we have somebody. Okay, Chibuzo. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, you have the
All
floor.
right. So update.
Okay, I should type update.
Yeah. Table name.
I should type table
Set.
name.
Yeah.
I should
No, the
type
table
table.
the name.
All right. So what's the name?
What's the table's name? That's patient.
All right. Patient.
Set.
Set. Okay.
Allergies is no. Hyphen. Sorry. Semicolon. Pardon me.
Okay. Now.
Run.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we have the results. So and then we got that right. So do we have? Is there any question? Anybody got lost? All right. Thank you, Chibuzo. I think that was right. Can we proceed, or does anybody have any question with this? All right. So that means no question. So let's go to the next question. Okay. So we have our next question. They say show first name and last name concatenated into one column to show their full name. Okay, so show first name and last name concatenated into one column to show their full name. Here, I don't know. Maybe somebody wants to explain what concatenated means or what it is. All right, Michael is raising up his hand, so please go ahead, Michael.
Okay, so I'm not trying to solve the question. I just want to confirm if concatenation was part of what we did this week. I don't know. If it is not, maybe we can get more questions that are centered around so that, I mean, repeated questions around what it may be twisted. Like I love all this between kind of thing that we've been doing. I think those ones were included this week. So if you can get more questions like in this kind of regards, so that we don't throw ourselves off bound of the content we've learned while we also retain the strength of maximizing practice or exercises on what we've learned already. I don't know if you get my point.
Yeah, I do. Okay, so I must say I don't know if I met between anywhere in this section, but good one, Michael. Thank you. So let me see. Can we skip this? Um,
Sorry, Henry. Can you also open Akarank on the side, like the way you have this, or W3 school?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we can pull out more questions from there and see.
How do I hide this thing? Sorry. Okay, let me see hacker rank. I have to. I don't know. I have to sign up. Okay, I'm just signing. I already have an account, but I don't know. Let me see. Okay, so I guess start from beginning. Okay, so let's start with the very first one. Okay, so we are starting with the first question. Hope we're still together. Okay, so
Yeah, Ben, with you.
all right. Okay, so the first question we have here is query all columns for all American cities in the city table with populations larger than this is 100,000. The country code for America is USA. The city table is described as follows. Okay, so basically, um, okay, can we have somebody perhaps maybe explain the question and then give us um help us with the query for the results. Anybody that wants to try is free to raise a show of hand and, and help us out. I've not attempted. I've not attempted today. Even if you've attempted, you're also free. All right. Okay. Pauline has a hand up. Please go ahead, Pauline.
Yeah, okay, so you need someone to explain the question first, right?
Yeah, and then go ahead and provide the query.
Okay, so this is saying you should query every column for American cities in the city table. If you look below, you can see the city table. Field underneath there has the ID, has the name, country code, district, and population. So this is just describing the columns that it has, the city table has. So the ID is a number, name, back character, country code, district, population. So those are the columns in this city table. So what they want us to do is to query for American cities. Now, American cities is a keyword here. Fine. And they wrote the country code for America is USA. So it's simply telling us that we should query all cities that have this country code for USA because they're saying American cities, right? And populations that are larger than 100,000. So we have country code and we have population here. So those are the key conditions that we are looking at. Does anybody understand the explanation so far? Or is there anybody that doesn't understand it? Let me put it that way instead.
Can you take that again?
What did you say, Ganias?
Can you take that again?
Okay.
Okay.
I said the question is asking us to query every column in this table, the city table. The city table is this one below here. You can see this diagram here that is just describing the city table. So it's describing under fields. The fields are the columns. That's the ID. You have the name column, country code, district, and population. The type is just telling us the data type that is contained in that column. So this is just describing what the city table looks like. So what the question is saying is that we should query everything for American cities, right? American cities in this column, in this table, with population larger than 100,000. And they've given us the country code for America. So our query is just going to check the country code and population, and it's going to be checking for country code that is USA because they specified American cities, and then the population should be greater than this 100,000. Is that clearer?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Ghana?
Yes, I just replied on that. Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay, so let's test. Let's try to run the code. So select and put the asterisks. Asterisks. Oh, okay. So I was just looking lower. From city. I think by now you should have an idea what's the way the syntax is, right? Okay. Now, so we've decided, we picked what we are selecting. We're selecting all the columns. We have selected the city table. So now we're going into the condition. So to do the where country code I think I hope it doesn't have an issue with it's case insensitive chat. I hope so because I'm looking at the way they wrote it here. But let's continue. Where country code equal to, or should we try is? Let's try the equals to first. Put the space then quotation mark USA. Okay, and population greater than 100,000. Put the colon at the end then. Okay, so let's test this. Okay, so that's the output here.
worked. So, does anybody have any question as regards any clarification, anything that would like Polly to explain? Okay, Emmanuel, please
Final hand is up.
question.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. That was quite easy. I mean, with the way you explained it. But yeah, at the point where you had where country code equals USA, I
Okay.
think I had you almost mentioning is. So I'll just maybe want us to try and check to see what the output would be if
This will
we
return.
replace the equal to with is.
And retest it, please.
This right?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, I'm running it.
Okay.
Okay, so it gave an error,
Hmm.
and the error says at line 1. Okay, line 3.
Okay, so
That's
I think I know why, right? So my reason now may be wrong, so I might just want us to maybe reason it together. So I
Okay.
think is as a keyword would always go with another keyword. I think this
Yeah.
will be the second time we'll be using is tonight. The first time it went with is null.
Oh,
So
yes.
is came in as a keyword, null also came in as a keyword. So USA here is just like a string
Exactly.
a text, yeah, so a text format, yeah, so it's not a keyword, so hence the error, I guess.
Yeah, you're very correct, actually. You're very correct. Usually when you see is either is null or is not null. And there's the few times I've actually seen it used. So
All right, thank you very much.
you're welcome.
all right. So let me submit. I don't know if you have any other question. So thank you, Pauline, for that awesome dissection of that question. That was nicely done. Okay, so have some the next challenge. Okay, next challenge. All right, so this is the next challenge. So it just okay, a minute, please. Okay, so we have our question here, and it says query the two cities in station. Okay, so station is our table here with the shortest and longest city names, as well as their respective lengths. That is number of characters in the name. I don't think we have gotten here yet in our module. All right. Okay, fortunate is losing up to time. Fortunate, let's hear it, please.
Oh, okay, sorry. Apologies. So, I'm not really familiar with SQL, and all what we've been explaining, I'm just grabbing and cramming it. Honestly, I've not gotten to wherever in our module to be able to identify all these things. So, what I would like to ask is, some of all these things you guys are saying and explaining to us, they are already standards, if I should say. There is no opposite of it. They're already standards. So if we can familiarize ourselves with those standards, we can then apply it to some of all these questions. So my question is there maybe like a maybe something we have to go through that tells us that, okay, these are case studies. So if you see something like this, you could use these. I could then apply them generally and then start thinking of, oh, where we can put them and fit them into. Because for somebody like me that don't know all these things, as you are saying it now, I don't know it. It's when somebody says something and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, let me just put it like this. So it's like I'm memorizing and cramming whatever is being said here, actually. Thank you.
Okay, I think I would like to answer your question. Then if anybody else that has a better answer would respond afterwards. Okay, Michael, I want to respond to this question.
No, go on, please. Go on. When you're done, I'll come.
All right. So SQL is a programming language, right? So I'm just like alphabet, right? Is the fundamentals of our spoken English. So if you know your alphabet and then you learn how to combine it to make words, then you'll be able to form words that have meanings. So likewise, you have your SQL. So there are syntaxes, there are keywords that you need to know, and then need to know instances to use them. Then once you know all those things, that more like the basics, then you're able to use it to write queries. That's put them together to form queries. So I think if you go through the model, you see how they try to walk us from the very basic, the scratch, then to where we are getting where we are now. Understand? So if you actually go through your model, or if you're not going through it and then I don't know, it might be difficult for you because we're not actually like going through everything sequentially. We're just applying some of the things that we've done in the model. So yeah, that's basically the response I'll give. So Michael, please can add what you want to add.
All right, thank you, Henry. So I think another thing we can look into is, yeah, ALS has given us content. So that was what I was suggesting at W3 School. W3 School has materials on all of these programs, SQL, Python, blah, blah, any one of them. You see it on W3 School. Now, W3 School is not a video, neither is it as complex as Athena or Explore AI is. So they would, like the way Fortune placed the question, all the keywords that are in SQL, you see it on W3 School. They will tell you what each one of them is doing, and they will also show you examples. So I don't know, Henry, can you just open W3 School on the side? So sometimes even, of course, now that we have ChatGPT on at our disposal also, it makes it much more easier. But even sometimes when I get confused, I also go to W3 School, check the keywords, check the matching terms, and just use it from there. So if you understand, I think what Pauline did the other time was quite sweet. If you understand the question, the main thing is understand what the question is saying. Then you can now look for which one of these two or keywords is suitable for what you are trying to do. Then you can just go ahead and do it. So you can see on the side here, you can see all the tutorials, and each one of those, they are just slides, they are just pages like slides. So each one of these is a slide. It's not like it has a long story like that they will teach you, and there are practical examples there. So each one of them is explaining the keywords, the key terms in SQL. So just look at it and familiarize yourself with it, and I think you'll get your hands on it also. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Fortunate.
Hi, yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Hope at least I was able to help to some extent.
Sure. Perfect. Yeah, I got what you guys are saying. So I just need to familiarize myself with the keywords and then I will be able to apply them when I see issues that requires them. Yeah, thanks.
All right. So I think I don't know. That's Hacker Rank now the question that he brought out, let me go back to it. I think it's beyond where we've gotten in our lesson. So here is asking query the two cities in station, the shortest and longest city names. So I think that has to do with length and as well as our respective lengths. So we've not, I don't think we've covered this in our lesson.
Okay, yeah, makes
So
sense.
yeah, so might as well just go ahead to W3 school.
Okay, just go down that page. I think you'll see a section for exercises, kind of.
Yeah, so okay. So exercises. So okay.
And then our call, we have few minutes left. I don't know. So this is already almost 11. So should we round it up on this second or this third call, or are we coming back? Guys, should we call it a night here, or we want to come back?
Are we
Well,
are we going through the MCQ today or we're not?
Okay, maybe we should just what's it called? Henry, maybe we should just wrap up on where we stopped on the next year. So that would mean that we have to stop the recording.
I didn't get that.
It just the last time we finished whatever we wanted to do before we now said, okay, let's go into that.